Hi everyone, how are you all? Hope you're all doing really well. Hope you're enjoying your classes still. I'm filming this one from Tom Price. I'm not sure, I tried to do it in this direction because in the background there we've got a beautiful hill called Mount Nameless. We climbed up to the top of that the other day, but it's just a nice, here it's a mining town, so it's just a nice view for us, for you guys, and it overlooks the whole town, so it's an iconic part of this town. Anyway, if you've done your other class from this month, you would have found it was a purely seated workout. So today, this workout is going to be standing. So yes, we're going to be standing for the whole time. However, I will give you a moment when it's, rest between, when you go to have a drink, have a seat on your chair, and we'll do a few stretches and stuff, okay, if that's what you choose to do. Otherwise you can stay standing for that too, okay? So anyway, let's get this show on the road. So there will be a lot of leg and stuff work, a lot of balance stuff going on as well, but we're still going to work through the upper body. So make sure you've got your elastic, make sure you've got your weights off to the side. Of course, I don't have any of that, but you can. So grab that stuff and you can follow me. Are you ready? You should be. All right, let's start by just loosening up. So I want you to stand up nice and tall. Now, generally for balance, especially to stand up, we want to sort of have our feet underneath our hip bones. So we want to try and avoid bringing the legs in too close together, and we want to try and avoid making them too far apart, because we tend to sort of slouch and sink into ourselves when they're this far apart. So if we bring them in underneath us, right underneath those hips, we can stand up nice and tall. Okay, and then we're going to roll the shoulders and just loosen up that upper body to start with. Good, and then we're going to drop that chin down to the chest and then up to the sky and down again and back up. And once more, down and up. Good, come back to the center. Let's look to the right, around to the left. And again, around we go. Good. And back to the front. Let the ear drop down, just gently. Don't force anything. Side to side. Good. We're going to do that once more to each side. So by standing up through the whole class, it's going to force you to keep thinking about your posture as well. So we're going to start by taking a breath in and bringing those arms up above the head, and then a breath out as we take them down. And again, breathing in and out. Let's do that 2 more times. Up. Keeping the body nice and still, just like when we're sitting. We don't want to be swinging the body around. Good. Now we're going out to the side. We're going to take it up and back down. Up and back down. Good. And again. That's it. Last one. Opening up that chest. Good, and take it down. Lift the shoulders to the ears and gently lower them down. I want you to feel them move, feel them lift, feel them lower. Once more, up. Good, hand down. Now, we're going to bend those knees a bit. We're going to drop the chin to the chest, and we're going to slowly start to roll down. Now, you don't have to go too far. Just hang, keep the belly button drawing back, and then you're going to slowly come back up and stand tall. So if we've got our knees bent, we'll be able to get a little lower, a little easier. So keeping those knees slightly bent, I want you to roll yourself back down. And again, you don't have to go too far. Just want you to feel that back arching over. And then we're going to draw the belly button back towards the spine as we come back up. You're going to take your hands onto your lower back and just go back just a little way. And bring it back to the top again. Good. From here, let those arms hang on. Let's take those feet a little bit wider now, but I want you to keep pulling up. We're going to do a little side stretch. Good. Letting those arms just hang. Now take note of what you are doing. If you have a wall close by you, you can do this leaning against a wall. Okay, because we want to keep that back upright, and a lot of the time we sort of tend to start to lean forward, okay? So just try and be aware of what you're doing. Over again. Good, let's do that once more to each side. And last one, that belly button still drawing back. Good. All right, let's bring those feet back in. All right, so that's starting to loosen up. We've got to the waistline now, so let's take those arms back out, but keep them lowish. And little twist to the right, and then around to the left. I want you to try and keep the hips facing forward, so keep your twist small. All right, so imagine if you're in the chair, your legs and your butt stay nice and still on the chair. You can do the same thing standing, and you can feel it work through that waist. Good, let's go again. Just gentle, don't force anything. One more each way. And back to the center. Good, lower those arms. All right, let's get those legs working a little bit. So we're going to do our rises. So if you need to, place your hands on the side of your chair and rising. Work through those feet, right into the toes as well. Feel the toes spread out along the floor, big toe right through to the little toe, so that you've got your full balance down there. Good, let's do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to hold this last one. We're going to tap one heel and then rise up again and tap the other heel. Good, now watch those hips, no sinking into your hips. Let's pick up the pace. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Rise up and lower down. Good. Rock back onto your heels and turn your feet out. Good, all right. So you want to be squeezing that butt now and rising up. I need to move forward because I'm falling off the concrete pad. Up, up. Good. Keep squeezing that butt. We don't want those heels to point backwards. They need to point at each other. 5, 4, 3, 2. You can feel your feet working. 1. Good. All right. Rock onto those heels and bring it forward. Let's rise up and rock back onto the heels. I want you to try and lift those toes. Now roll and rise up. Back onto the heels. Use your chair for balance. Keep it small and controlled. As you come onto your toes, I want you to try and spread them just a little bit, as best you can if you're wearing shoes, so that you can feel those toes flattening down into the floor as you come up. And again, up. I'm going to do one more. And up. Rock back. And lower. Good. Give those legs a shake. You might be feeling the calves working a little bit, or that Achilles area down low, maybe even into the arch of your feet, particularly if you don't have shoes on. All right, but now you've worked through all of your body. So let's get a little bit of upper body stuff going. Grab your elastic so that we can move on. I was going to get an elastic. I don't have one, I've only got a power bar. Okay, so holding onto your elastic, I want you to take it slightly wider than your shoulders. I know I've always said shoulders, but we're going slightly wider these days, okay? Because I don't want this to happen. All right, holding that elastic just firm, not tight, not loose. And hands on the side. Good, stand up nice and tall. Draw that belly button gently back. Let's lift the arms all the way up and back down. And all the way up. Feel those shoulders moving. Keep them down though, they just rotate. And down. We're going to do 2 more of these. All the way up as high as you can go. And last one, all the way up. Good, and to the center. Good, from here we're going to turn the palms, slide those elbows in. Remember, they rest on your waist as you pull on that elastic, just gently. Remember, it depends on how tight your elastic is, on how far you're able to get it. Couple more. Last one. Good. Turn the palms, lengthen the arms, and back up. 1 and 2 and 3. Feel the posture opening. 4. Last one. 5. Bring it to the center, turn the palms, nice and firm with that elastic, then give it a little pull. Keep those elbows at your waist. 2 more. Last one. Good. Turn the palms, push it out, and lower down. Good. All right. If you need to loosen up your shoulders, then do that. If you need to loosen up your legs a little, then you can do that as well. I know you're using them to stand on, so. All right, good. We're going to take those arms up just as high as you can. So if you have any issues here, just leave them out in front, okay? From here, we're going to just gently pull out for 5, 4, 3, 2. Don't make it painful. 1, hold it. Come over to the side. Keep the arms in the same position as you move. Over to the other side. And back to the top. Good. Pulling out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Here's one we haven't done for a while. Can you bring that elastic down behind you? If you have any trouble with that, remember, just let go of one end, bring it around behind you, but you want to end up with your palms of your hands facing forward, okay? So the chest is open. You will find that if you brought it over the back, that elastic is going to be a little bit tighter now. All right, chest is open. You can feel that stretch in the front of the chest. You can feel the shoulder blades squeezing. We're going to do a little lift of the arms, just pushing back. 1, 2. Don't let the tummy push forward. 4. Hold and lower. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And lower. Good. I'm going to get you to let go of one end and bring it round the front easily. Loosen up those shoulders. Make sure your neck is not getting too tight as well. Good job. Okay, let's pop this elastic down for now. Place it to the side. I'm going to let you grab yourself a drink. And if you do need to have a seat and you do need to relax your neck, you can do some little neck stretches, some shoulder rolls, wherever you're at. Okay, I'm going to grab myself a drink while you're doing that. It's currently 38, 39 degrees out here, so usually by this time of the day there's a bit of a breeze coming through, but there's not today. Oh well, it's all good. All right, are we ready to go? So we don't have an elastic this time, okay? We're going to get those legs working. So if you need the chair for balance, make sure you have it there. Before you go any further, make sure your feet are underneath your hip bones, again, not too far apart, not too close together. Stand up nice and tall. We're going to take the right leg and we're going to lift that knee, trying to get it in line with the hip or just as high as you can go. So transfer the weight to the outside leg and we lift up for 5 and 4, belly button back, and 2 and 1. Changing legs. Now if you've got a mirror or some way of being able to see what you're doing right now, you should be pulling up out of the hips, not sinking down, okay? So I don't want you doing this, all right? So just take notice of that. If you are starting to do that, just take the leg lower. Let's go again. Get the spider off me. 5 on each leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Belly button gently back for 5, 4. Is it easier on one side than the other? It might be. And 1. Good. Shake it out if you start to feel it through the butt. If you feel it in your back, I want you to keep that leg nice and low because we're going to take it up and hold it now. And that knee is going to go out without twisting the hips. And forward. Out and forward. Bring the foot with you. The whole leg. From hip to toes. 1 more. Good. And lower. You might find you have less movement, range of movement on one side than the other. Work within your limitations. Last one. Good. And again, pulling up, belly button back. 1 and 2. Not too far. 3. Don't let it hurt your back. 4 and 5. Remember, it doesn't need to be this high. You can keep it lower. And 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Good. And lower it down. Okay, I'm going to get you to rest your forearms on your chair. Now this one's a little bit higher than you've probably gotten that I have had in the past. okay? But you're going to take a few steps back. It doesn't matter what height it is, okay? So if it is a little bit higher, if it's a bench top or something, that works as well, okay? We're going to step back and we're going to sink that chest down towards the floor, head between the arms. Good, you can see my knees are bent. I don't want you to have your legs completely straight. I just want you to sink that chest. Then push that spine towards the ceiling like you're a cat, stretching. And lower back down, push. And pull it up. And push. Keep those legs nice and still. Just work through the spine. If you don't have a lot of movement, just do what you can. And again, down. And up. We're going to do one more. And take it down. And up. Bring it back to the center. Step yourself in, still holding that chair. Make sure you feel balanced, not dizzy. Good, and come back around. So you may have felt that through the shoulders as well, which is fine because we've done some upper body stuff, so it'll just be stretching you out a little. Okay, let's go back. This time, just the right leg, knee lift, up for 5, 4, 3, belly buttons back, 2. Now we're gonna hold. Take it out for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. And 1. Bring it down, knee lift, same leg. 1, 2, 3, belly button back. 4 and 5. Let's change to the other leg. Lift. Make sure you're lifting out of your hips, don't sink. And 4. And we hold out to the side. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. There's a little bird down there. 5. Knee lift again for 5. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5. Good. Shake it out. Good job. All right. So I'm going to get you to take your legs really wide. I'm going to get you to put your hands on your hips. Okay. You're going to push your hips forward, not sink into your hips. Okay. I just want you to push forward. Then I want you to push out to the side. Now I want you to push that bum back and back to the side. And forward. So if you can imagine that there's a spot on the floor between your legs, okay, that is the center of your circle. You need to use your pelvis, try and keep your legs as straight as you can, and really work into those hips, that pelvis area. Other way, around and around and around. We'll do one more, and around. Good. Come back to the center, bring those legs in. All right, good. So we're going to do some squats now, okay? So what I'm going to get you to do is we're going to go back onto the chair. So forearms back on the chair, stepping back or bench top, like I said. Try and find a spot where your feet are flat on the ground, like so. Sink that chest down towards the floor, belly button drawing back. I want you to bend your knees a little bit more. So don't worry about the upper body. The upper body is just going to follow, okay? We're trying to keep a straight line from head to tailbone. Okay, bending those knees and then straightening up, not completely straight, but just till you start to feel a stretch back there, then stop, okay? And down, push. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. We're halfway. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Good. Straighten as much as you can for a stretch in the back of the knees, and stand up, holding onto that chair again. Make sure you're balanced before you let go. Good. All right, let's turn those feet out like we did earlier. Toes out to the side. All right, little ballerinas, are you ready? Let's bend those knees. Good. Now, before we go any further, I want you to just have a quick look. Knees need to be pulling back so you can feel the inner thighs work. Squeeze your bum and up. Don't go too deep if it hurts. And down. How those heels, push them into the floor. Push the heels down. I'm picturing you all doing this. Swan Lake next week. Let's do 5, 4, squeeze your bum. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, give your legs a shake. Now I'm not going to go straight back into those other squats because I am going to give your knees just a little bit of a rest there. Instead, focusing on that back side, okay? So I'm holding onto the chair. If you need to use the opposite leg to me, just make sure you're not kicking holes in your wall or anything like that, okay? Stand up nice and straight. Feet back underneath those hip bones. Lift up out of your hips. Take that right leg out to the side and back in. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold number 5 and just tap the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring it all the way back in. Let's do that again. Same leg. Out and in. Out and in. And 3. And 4. And hold. Tap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring it all the way back in. Let's do the other leg. Out and 2. Try and keep that weight over that supporting leg the whole time. 4. Hold 5. Relax the foot. Tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And bring it in. Can you feel it starting to work? Out and 2, 3, and 4. Hold it and tap. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it all the way in and shake it out again. Give it a rub if you need to. Okay, so what I'm going to get you to do is either sitting or standing. So if you want to sit, you can do. I'm going to get you to just hang. So you're just hanging over your legs. So if you're sitting down, just hang over your legs. If you're standing, just hang. I'd like you to let your arms just hang underneath you. But if you are standing and you feel a little dizzy, I would recommend sitting for this one, okay? Because I just want you to let those arms go. Let your back relax. Good. Take your belly button to the spine and come back up. Good job. All right, so if you did decide to sit for that one, it's time for you to stand back up again. Good. Are you ready? We're going to repeat all those squats again. So remember, the deeper you go, the harder it is, okay? Arms on the chair. Take your few steps back. Sink the chest down. Bend your knees to lower your bum and push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't have to straighten those legs all the way. 2 more. And 10. Good. Slowly bring yourself up. Turn the feet out. You can take your feet a little bit further apart if you find that close together is just too much on those knees, okay? But remember, squeeze your bum. Squeeze it together. Ready? And bend. 1, 2. Keep squeezing. 3, 4. Can you feel the squeeze? You should be able to. 5 and 3 here. 6, 7, 8, 9. Good work. 10. Good. Turn the feet in carefully. Give those legs another shake. All right, still standing tall. Ready to do that right leg. Lift up, belly button back. Out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Tap. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it all the way in and out. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take it down. Ready to go on the other side. Out and in. 1, 2. Pull up. 3, 4. Hold it. Tap. 2, 3, 4, 5. All the way in and out. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. And shake it out. Good work. All right, butts should be feeling that nicely. You should also be feeling it through your legs, inner thigh area, as well as the outside and the front of the legs. We've worked all of that area there, okay? So shake it out. All right, I'm gonna get you to grab your weights now, okay? So while you grab your weights, you can also have a drink of water, and then if you need to, loosen anything up that you need to loosen up before we get into some weights exercises. back already. You've got your weights in your hands. One weight in each hand, nice and firm. Standing up tall. Make sure you have loosened up. You're not too tight in the shoulders at all. I want you to let those arms just hang down by your side, not in front of you, right beside you. And feel your thumb just resting on your leg there. Okay, so hopefully we're all back. You can take those feet a little bit wider, but I want you to keep standing tall, because we're going to slide that hand down the leg, and I want you to keep your thumb in contact with your leg the whole time, and then back up, and then down the other side. Keep the thumb in contact with the leg, like you're drawing a line down the side of your leg, so you can feel where your hand is going. It's not falling forward. Good. And again, now make sure that the other hand is also still drawing a line, but this time coming up above the hip. So we're not using the shoulders at all. Squeezing that waist. And again. Good, let's do one more to each side. Over, keep that back up. And over. Good, back in the center. Good job. All right, I'm going to get you to bring your weights up in front of you, and I'm going to get you to turn your feet out. And you're going to make a small bend in the knees, just a little one, okay? Arms are out nice and strong, open wide, and you're going to take the arms to the side, okay? Don't go behind you, and keep your elbows bent. Bring it in. If it's too much on your neck, put your weights down, all right? Let's open for 5 and 4. And 3, feel the chest open. 2, one more, and 1. Good, bring the weights in nice and close to you. Stand up straight, turn your feet back in. Good, lower the arms, bring the hands in, arms out, pushing up. 1 and 2, 3, fly ends up in my ear. 4 and 5, bring it all in. And down, good. Circle the neck, little half circles. Get off my face, fly. I'm trying to record here. Flies here are horrible. They try and go up your nose, in your ears, in your mouth. I swallowed one the other day. In your eyeballs, suck your eyeball juices, suck your brain out through your ear. I don't know what they're doing. It's just horrible. Get off. I try to have a word with them off my face, but they don't listen. Anyway, let's go back to wide feet, toes forward, arms by your side. Feel that thumb there resting on your leg. And we're going to squeeze for 10. Pull up. 9. Belly button back the whole time. 8. And 7. And 6. And 5. And 4. Don't push your hip away. Squeeze your waist. Good. Last one. And up. We rock back and we turn those feet out. We put a very small bend in those knees. We bring the hands in front of us and lift them up. Roll the shoulders back and open the chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring the weights in close to the body. Straighten up. Bring the toes to point forward again. Good. Lower the arms and bring it in and out. Push up. And 2 and 3, 4. One more and 5. Good. In and down. Again, loosening up that neck. Back to the center. Lift shoulders and gently down. Good work. Let's squeeze that waistline for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, good, and 1. Good work. Okay, have you got your chair close by? Just place one arm on the back of your chair. You can still have that weight in your hand. All right, bring yourself in nice and close to your chair. Take your outside arm up towards your shoulder. Now if I drop my elbow, it's a little bit easier. If I lift it, my shoulders work harder. All right, we're going to twist and open. Twist. Now right now, those hips are facing forward the whole time. One more. Good. You do need to be turning your body and your chest towards your wall, okay? Doesn't have to go all the way. So if you can imagine there's a square around you, if you find that corner of that square, that's where you're turning to. So I'm not expecting you to go all the way around, because you can see that that's twisting the knees, okay? All right, let's do that again. Same arm. And 1, 2. Don't let this arm swing across the body. 4, a few things to think about, guys. Good, one more. That might have been too many, huh? Let's lower that arm carefully. All right, we're going to change to the other side. So you can turn around. I'm going to stay facing this way. I'm just going to imagine I have this arm on a chair. I'm going to take the other arm up, shoulder down, ready, and turning the other way. And 2, and 3, belly button back. 4, feel it work in the waist. 5, good. Let's rest that arm down. Good, so remember this one's resting on the back of a chair here, okay? You just can't see the chair. All right, standing up tall. Open out. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more, and 5. Good, let's bring those arms down. Lift the shoulders to the ears and lower. Let's squeeze the waist again. Shoulders relaxed. 2. Don't start to change the movement. 4. Again, feel it in the waist. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good work. Okay, going back to our first one. Make sure you're nice and close to your chair, because now you're going to bring your knee to the center line of your body, and you're going to turn and turn and turn and turn. We're going to do 2 more for those that hadn't started straight away. Good. All right, lower it. I'm going to turn around for this one. Rest that arm. Take the other one up to the shoulder. Remember, you need to be reasonably close to the chair so that you don't lose your balance when you lift that inner leg. Opposite leg and knee. Elbow and knee, I mean. 2 more. Right, we're going to do it again, because I reckon there might be 1 or 2 of you out there that got a little bit confused with the whole lefts and rights thing, okay? Are you ready? Standing reasonably close to the chair. Inside leg, outside arm. Let's bring it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Lower the arm carefully. Change sides. Stand reasonably close. Okay, now you've changed sides, so it's still the inside leg and the outside arm. Off you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Bring the arm down carefully and turn around. Good work. All right. Let's just gently roll those shoulders. That'll do. Okay. We're going to bend the knees just a little bit. I have my feet now a little bit wider than hips. There's hips. Little step out is now shoulders. Okay. Small bend. Keep that tailbone tucked under, arms by your side. We're going to do some bicep curls. Bring it in. And 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to mix it up and we're going to alternate. Okay? Right arm first, then left. 2, 3, 4. Keep those shoulders in position. 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do both again, but for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. You can relax your legs, shake out those shoulders carefully. You've still got weights in your hands, so be careful. So When you're doing singles, the body stays nice and still. When you're doing doubles, when you're doing singles, just make sure you're not pulling yourself around, okay? Keep everything nice and stable still, okay? Small bend to the knees, feet haven't moved. Start with the doubles, 1, 2, and if you find that 10's too much, just lower it, do less. 5, 6, 7, 8, that might be wrong, 9. Singles now, right, 1, left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 5 doubles, 1, 2, 3, they're getting heavy, 4, they should be. 5, you need to make sure you can feel that they are starting to feel heavy, otherwise you're not going to get anywhere. Okay, I'm going to turn sideways, okay, but I'm still going to do both arms. Small bend again, but this time I'm going to get you to hinge, okay, so it's really important that you put a bend in your knees first. I don't want you to collapse like this, okay. Think about, imagine you've got like a broomstick or something from head all the way down your spine. So when you come forward, you're going to keep that broomstick in exactly the same spot. And it's actually a really good thing to practice. Everyone's got a broomstick, haven't they? Or a mop. Okay, but I know some of you have one of these as well. Okay, so there's that line, okay? So I'm holding it at my head, and I'm going to hold it at my tailbone, okay? And I'm going to keep that pressure the same as I come forward, okay? If I collapse and round in my back, see how this pushes away from my bum and my back pushes into the bar or the stick, okay? So something you can practice, all right, is even practice your hinging like this. But always do it with your knees bent, okay? It's a lot easier that way, a lot less stress on your back and hips. So now we've got our imaginary broomstick there, okay? We've got our knees bent because we need to hold our weights. We're going to do that hinge, but I'm not going very far, just a small one, because if your back starts to get tired, you need to come up a little higher. We're going to pull the elbows back. 2. So we usually do it sitting in a chair, okay? So you just have that little bit more balance and support, I guess, but not today. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're doing singles, so I'm just going to turn and face you now. Right, left. Again, we're not twisting the body. Left, that elbow is still pulling right up past that rib cage there. Yeah, 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 5 doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. I'm going to let you have a rest for a moment. Shake out, loosen up, whatever you need to. Shake it all out. Okay, because we're going to do it again, okay? So if you're lifting the elbows too much, you're going to find that you're starting to squeeze in through here. So that's another thing for you to think about, okay? Is that the elbows are coming past the rib cage and back behind you. Like, just imagine there's someone behind you and you're elbowing them. Get out of my way, okay? You're not trying to elbow the ceiling, all right? Even though we're leaning forward, and just make your movements smaller if it's still bothering your neck, all right? Or put your weights down. All right, small bend, small hinge, both arms for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now singles, don't twist the body. 2, what's that other arm doing while one's moving? Should be strong still. 5, 6, elbows in. 1 more on each side. Now doubles for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and release. Okay, pop your weights down carefully. We're going to start stretching. Okay, and we are going to start with the upper area because that's where we've just finished. All right, so once you pop your weights down and you're ready to have a stretch, I want you standing with your feet underneath your hips again. Lift up out of your hips so you're standing nice and tall, belly button gently drawing back. We're going to start by lifting the shoulders to the ears, gently up and gently down, and again up and down and up and down. Once more, hand up. Breathe with it so you can relax those muscles. Hold the shoulders there and tilt the head and over. Deep breath out and over. And again. And over. Go back to the top. Drop your chin down to the chest and to the sky. And down. And up. This time you're going to hold it when you get to the bottom. Chin's on the chest. Hold. Little half circles, rocking from one shoulder to the other with your head. Around. Just let that head hang. Keep the rest of your body in the position, but let those neck muscles relax. Deep breath out. Good. Don't force them. Come back to the center and look forward. Drop your chin down again. This time you're going to half roll down. Make sure your knees are slightly bent so you can get over. Feel a little bit stiff in that lower back. That's just from what we've been doing, and you're standing for a long period of time. So just relax here. Then slowly draw that belly button back to stand up again. Place your hands on your lower back and squeeze it again. This might feel a little bit tight, and let's just think you've been using those muscles, so that's why they're tight, okay? They're allowed to get tight. Over to the side now. And over to the other side. Good. And back to the center. Okay, let's take the arms out to the side. Let's move our chair. Take those arms out to the side, bring those elbows in and lengthen, and bring the elbows in. Feel that squeeze between your shoulder blades. Hold the lengthen and take it back and back and back. And last one, bring it all the way to the front. Turn the palms and transfer through. Push back, both arms pushing back. And the other side. Push back, and release it down. Good. Give it a good shake. Feels a little looser? I hope so. Otherwise you can just repeat all of that bit again. All right, legs. Nice deep lunge here. Pushing back through that heel, and then I want you to lift your body upwards so your chest is out. Belly button is back. You can feel the hip opening. You can feel the legs stretching. Good. Very carefully bring that leg in, change it over. Nice big lunge here, stretching through that back leg all the way down to the ankle. Opening up the front of the hip as well. Good, and release. All right, shake it out again. We're going to do another one of those little half roll downs. If you prefer to do it sitting in a chair, go for it. You might be feeling a bit stiff again through that lower back, so just relaxing to let it out. Now if we let the arms and the head just hang, that's going to add weight to sort of draw you down towards the floor, okay? Right, now belly button back and unroll back to the top. Good work. All right. Use your chair for balance. Take your right foot forward. Lift the foot and point. Pull it back and point. Pull it back and point. It's like doing the heel and toe polka or something. Heel and toe. Heel and toe. No sliding. Good. And other foot. Lift it and tap the toe and the heel and the toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Couple more. Last one. Good. And bring it back down. All right, shake those legs out now as well. Good work. All right, let's finish it off now. Deep breath in. Breathe out, hands come to the ears. Breathe in, lift your shoulders. Breathe out, lower them down. Breathe in, gently take the elbows back. And deep breath out. Once more, in and out, standing tall. Pull up and lower down. Elbows back. Good, and release. All right, well done everyone. There you go. So now you've done one completely standing. So if you haven't done the other class yet, that one is completely seated. Feel free, you've got 4 weeks with these workouts. Feel free to do half and half or mix it up, whatever you want to do with them, okay? Just enjoy them. Make sure you do your little 10-minute power classes as well, focus classes. Check it out. There's always something there for you guys as well, okay? That's about it. Where will I be for your next class? I don't know. I might be in Melbourne. I'm coming down to Melbourne for Easter. When are you getting this? Yes, I'll be down at Easter for our daughter's birthday, but then we're coming back up again to finish off. So anyway, for now, see you later from Tom Price while we're being looked over by Mount Nameless. All I can smell coming out of my caravan is the smell of pasta sauce because Matt's in there cooking dinner. So I'm getting very hungry. So I'm going to leave you with it. Take care.